Max leads you guys traipsing through the woods. Eventually he finds a creek, he walks down into it and begins splashing through it. They're liable to send dogs after us. If we walk through the water, it will help hide our scent.
Fall behind a little bit, walk up next to Elvis and try to talk below the sound of the creek. Okay, Elvis, do we really trust this guy?
Personally, no. He seems like a quest giver, but he's opened my eyes to the possibility that anyone could be a skeleton disguised as a man. How do we know that he's not a skeleton pretending to be a regular person?
What if we're the only ones without skeletons?
Precisely. What if we're the only ones without skeletons?
What if your sword is always glowing blue because there's always been a skeleton in the group?
Lowry, that level of paranoia has dawned on me. You could be a skeleton. Mayson could be a skeleton. I could even be a skeleton and not know it. I might turn on you, gentlemen, and not even want to. The skeletons are clearly capable beyond my wildest imagination.
Well, the thing we might have to ask ourselves is, what do the skeletons have to gain?
An advantage over us. A spy among our group would thwart us completely.
Right, I mean, maybe let's not focus so much on us, but think about context?
The C word?
Yeah, why are we fighting skeletons?
Because they rattle with evil energy, and they can play their ribs like a xylophone. It's the devil's music.
Also, I'm pretty sure they're animated by pure evil.
Well, here's what doesn't add up about that. Max first told us that the skeletons were animated remotely by, I guess, a wizard. And then he told us that we were being attacked by skeletons, so which is it?
I see no reason why skeletons couldn't animate other skeletons remotely.
I suppose. But, have we ever asked why the skeletons are in the caves and stuff?
Mayson, you can't just ask people for context. That's rude.
Well, what do skeletons want? They live in a cave. They don't need food. They don't need water. They're clearly not trying to acquire land. They don't have... I guess they loved my dad, in theory. So maybe they'd fight over romantic jealousy.
They fight for nothing but pure evil, Mayson. Pure evil.
Okay, but what is evil?
Having no skin and muscle, for one.
Okay, but the skeletons that are disguised as men, they actually have muscle and...
No, they do not. They are wearing muscle, but they don't really use it.
Okay, well, I'm just trying to understand the thought process of our enemies, because otherwise we'll have no idea what Max over there is trying to accomplish.
Well, look, Mayson, I appreciate what you're doing, but I have to warn you, if you start going down that road of asking what is evil and are skeletons evil, pretty soon you'll be down a slippery slope of wondering, are skeletons really evil? Is this work necessary? Is evil and good not a man-made concept or something? And the answer is no! It was made by the gods and foisted upon us as a job. When we die and go to our heaven, the gods will look at our timesheets and see whether or not we fought skeletons. If we didn't, they'll say, wow, you're really tardy on this, and I guess we'll be punished.
What is that, in your holy books? The anti-skeleton church?
I don't really go to church very often. I have kind of more of a personal relationship with my God. I did read the books once.
Okay, at the bottom line, let's just try and use Occam's razor to figure out how we fit into all this.
Occam's razor. Well, everything I currently believe is true. Ergo, I am operating with Occam's razor.
Okay, all right. Okay, Lowry, I'm not making any progress with Elvis, so maybe you and I...
Shove it up your butt.
Okay.
Just up your butt.
Well, you know what? The next time you and Elvis get in a fight, see if I come to help you.
Max has you guys walking for another couple of hours. The sun sets.
Hey, Max, we gotta stop or we're gonna trip over something in the dark.
No, we have to keep going. We should be almost there. He pushes on for about 10 more minutes, and then you emerge from the trees and see a little town down below. But none of the lights are on. No smoke is rising from the smokestacks. It looks completely abandoned. But yet it's still clean and cared for, as though there have been people here recently.
Wait a minute, Max. I smell a skeletal ambush.
I hope the opposite. You see, the people who lived here never really were.
What, like ghosts?
Skeletal ghosts.
No, as in actors, like the one who played your dad.
Actors? To be an entire village?
Oh, no, no. Can you believe how expensive would that be? No. Just actors to follow you around and make you feel like the village is populated.
Okay, I'm just gonna come out and say it. Why?
Mayson!
No, why? Why are they doing that?
Mayson, do we have to have this conversation? I am so sorry, Max. You do not have to show Mayson your context if you don't want to. Everyone's context is private and their own.
No. It's quite all right. You know what? Let's get situated in. I've got some supplies in the basement of one of those houses. We'll get down there and I'll tell you what it is I can.
Okay, well, finally. See, Elvis, some people are cool with showing each other their context.
Well, some of us have dignity.
Max leads you into town by moonlight. He gets out a pair of keys, unlocks one of the doors, and then goes inside. He heads straight to the basement, shuts the door behind him, then he pulls out a box. There's a lantern inside, some food, some sleeping bags. Did you pack any cheese? No cheese, I'm afraid, just some non-perishables.
Oh, you're killing me.
Would you prefer to live on wild grass seeds?
No, I don't want to eat wild grass seeds.
Then you eat whatever Mr. Max packed for you and you be happy.
What did he pack?
Hardtack and a tin of peanut butter.
Maybe I will take the grass seeds.
Well, try the peanut butter on the hardtack. It's good.
All right, Max. You said you'd show us your context. I want to see it.
All right, that's fair.
Cover my eyes.
The three of you are heroes.
Yeah, duh.
I mean, far above and beyond what you've been told. You're chosen heroes, destined heroes, movers and shakers of the earth, sons of prophecy.
Okay, so why are skeletons pretending to be people?
Well, to keep you here, ignorant of your true destiny.
Which is...
To move and shake the earth, to defeat the Skeleton King.
How is this prophecy determined? And also, I'm sorry for peeking. I had to see.
Well, it's more of a reincarnation kind of thing. You see, every time... No, let me back up. You've appeared numerous times throughout history. Back during the tyrannical reign of Ramhushup III, you stabbed him in the face.
Oh my.
Yes, and when King Theocles tried to enslave the North Terraces, you stabbed him in the thigh, and then the face.
Oh.
And one time, when the great Khan of Buka threatened the South, you challenged him to a duel, which he lost, and then you stabbed him in the face.
Seems like we do a lot of stabbing.
Historically significant stabbing, don't downplay it.
Do we ever invent anything or, build a nation?
Well, sometimes when you stab someone, a king would take over.
Well, that's kinda like building.
Well, I mean, you didn't establish a tax base, but you made way for the new king.
So the skeletons built an island to stop us from stabbing royalty?
Yes, because the duplicitous skeletons now themselves have a king, and they fear he will be stabbed because he is the most tyrannical and wicked of them all.
Well, obviously, I would stab the Skeleton King first.
Precisely. He resides now in eastern Turkanislakistov. I represent the interest of western Turkanislakistov, who has been battling their foul darkness for years.
So you want us to kill the leader of eastern Turkanislakistov for western Turkanislakistov?
Yes.
Well, those skeletons have really gone too far now. To think that they've been blocking our destiny as
Political assassins?
heroes for however long they've been doing it.
Since you arrived on this island, friend.
I don't even know when that was.
Exactly. But once we get you dropped off in eastern Turkanislakistov, all will become clear and your destiny will reveal itself.
Hey, Paul, during this conversation, I would have liked to fade back into the shadows and then vanish. I want to go upstairs.
All right, what do you do when you're up there?
I'm going to go outside and look for a general store. I'm going to see if I can't steal everything that's there.
Okay. You go out and you're looking around for a general store. Eventually you run into one. The lock is easy enough for you to pick. You get in there and there's cash in the register. You steal that as well as what?
As many peanuts as I can stuff in my pockets.
As many peanuts as you can stuff in your pockets.
Ah, man, I love peanuts.
Then you hear voices outside. Sounds like a couple of people talking.
Oh, shoot. Go in the back room. Go out the back way.
You go to the back, quickly Jimmy open the lock, and let yourself out the back way. What now?
Climb up the rain gutter, get on the roof. Look out.
Looks like a small group of town guard, and they've got dogs. They're just having a casual chat at the moment. You think we're going to find them out here? I don't know. But then their dog pulls on the leash towards the general store you were just in. Hey, Rob, the door's unlocked. They open it up and they go inside.
Shoot, hop down. Run back to our hideout.
All right, you run back to the hideout.
Stop at the front door. Quietly let myself in. Lock the door behind me. Go back downstairs. Sneak back in, right at the end of the conversation.
You sneak back in and you sit down next to Mayson. No one even noticed you were gone. Mason, where's this conversation at?
He is just using us to kill some other nation's king.
Yes, a Skeleton King, whose rule I do not recognize as
A
valid.
skeleton king who conveniently looks like a normal flesh and blood person.
They're duplicitous! Duplicitous, that was the word used!
Yes, very duplicitous.
Oh yeah, because we're trusting you.
Hey, guys.
What, Lowry?
Hypothetical.
Wait, where'd you get those peanuts?
Nowhere. But hypothetically, suppose I went outside and I saw some guards with a guard dog and they caught my scent. How much trouble would we be in?
Oh my god, man. Please tell me that you ran rooftop to rooftop like a good rogue.
Are you kidding, man? Do you have any idea how bad that would be for my ankles?
Oh, darn the luck. All right. He starts to gather up all the things. Okay, get everything. There's no time for rest now.
But Max, we can't go out and battle. We have to rest for a full hour or possibly 8 hours for me to recover my abilities.
We'll be surrounded and dead in minutes if they find us. Come on.
But Max, I am almost dead. I wish to fight skeletons as much as the next man.
Going to fight them. Come on. Max opens up a crate. There appears to be something like a small grandfather clock inside. Max turns a key on it and it starts to tick. He says that ought to buy us some time. All right, let's go.
Are we at least bringing the hardtack and peanut butter?
I got it.
Thank you, Mayson. This is why we are a team.
Uh-huh.
You guys go upstairs and head outside. You can hear barking in the distance. Looks like there's some lights on the edge of town. On the horizon, you see a light in the sky coming towards you.
Hey, Max, I'm not going to over-responsibility, but I'm really sorry for this.
No, it's fine. They were going to probably search the whole area. This is good. We've got a chance to escape now. Come on. We're making a beeline for the docks. The water is nearby. We just have to get there.
And then what, swim?
Behind you, ba-boom! The house you were just in explodes into a giant fireball. Flaming debris rains down.
Oh my God, Max!
We were just in there!
We were just in there!
It's a mess!
Weren't expecting that, were they?
We were in that dangerous house!
Not to worry, it was a bomb. It's intentional.
But why?
Because they'll spend a few minutes searching the area, disoriented by the fire and the smoke. Believe me, a few minutes may be the entire difference. There's only just barely enough moonlight to see by. Max takes you off the road and runs you through the woods nearby. Several vehicles pass, their lights illuminating the area. They don't spot you, luckily. You keep running, you feel like your lungs are going to bleed, and then finally you hit the water. All right, we're almost there, just this way. Max leads you along the coast until you get to a dock. It's small and it's empty.
Okay, now what, Max? There's nothing here.
We swim! I begin to take off my armor.
No, I've got something much better. He gets down on his stomach, he grabs a rope, and he pulls out what looks like kind of a small torpedo. It's got little fins on the side and propeller blades on the back. You have no idea what it took to get it here. It's a submarine. It goes under the water. They'll be looking for us on the surface for days, probably, but they won't see us.
Well, how do we get in?
There's a hatch on the top. It's going to be a little cramped, so everyone will have to lay down. I have to be in the front, so if you please, how about Lowry, Mayson, and then Elvis? And Elvis, I will sit in your lap and drive us.
It goes under the water?
Yes, but I assure you, perfectly safe, airtight. He bangs on it. Bong bong.
If it's airtight, how do we breathe?
Oh, there's an oxygen tank on the inside. It'll last us for long enough to get across the channel. There's a little extra just in case of emergency. Like, for example, crossing the channel at night. Wasn't the ideal condition, but we'll make do.
Well, what if it sinks?
Then you'll die.
Well, at least you're honest.
Please, if these are your options. We can get on the submarine, or we can stay here and be killed by the locals.
All right, now, listen. I just want to point out that we weren't going to be killed by the locals until you showed up, Max.
I am sorry for that, Mayson. Truly, I am. But now is not the time to have this discussion, because it really is life or death right in the moment.
So it seems. Let's discuss this later, Mayson.
Fine. But this doesn't mean we're signing up for an assassination. You hear me?
We'll get you to shore on the other side, and we'll discuss it there.
Whatever. All right, Lowry, you go ahead.
I'm already in.
What, are you? Oh, okay, I'm coming.
Ow, watch it, you're pinching.
Well, it's really cramped, Max. There's no arm room.
Yes, bit of a problem of the stealthy design. There's basically no people room, honestly.
How long are we going to be like this?
Few hours. You might get your rest then.
I doubt it.
I cannot rest in my armor, Max. Can I take it off before I get in?
If you take it off, it has to stay behind, and you know what? Actually, go ahead, take it off.
It will take me an hour to remove my armor.
Never mind. Go ahead and sit down in the torpedo.
Well, if you insist.
Ow. Okay, that stuff weighs like 80 pounds.
It also doesn't really fit. I'm as uncomfortable as I've ever been.
You guys are squishing me. I can't breathe.
Yeah, sit forward, Elvis.
All right, I'm coming in. Max scrunches in. His legs are bunched up and bent. It is terrible. You guys are packed in like sardines.
How many hours? How long is the channel crossing?
Oh, well, our landing site is about 3.
3 hours?
Yes, well, no one said that life was, comfortable.
Oh, I would love to just be in Skeleton Fantasy Island. That would be so much better.
Well, can't put the genie back in the bottle, as they say. All right, here we go. You hear a thrum, and then you feel motion. Most of you can't see very well, but there is a little glass window up in the front that Max appears to be looking out of. It's pretty much pitch black, so it's hard to say how he's navigating. There are a few devices over there, such as a compass, looks like navigator's tools. All right, I'm going to take it slow. Once we get into the current, it should take us most of the way. So if anyone's a real big fan of meditation, I would go ahead and start meditating now, because it's all you've got to do.
Lean back and put my face close to Elvis so no one else can hear me.
All right, it's not difficult. You're practically pressed up into his face as it is.
Watch it, your hair is poking me in the eye.
Hey, Larry, you got a real problem with the man, don't you?
Who, Elvis? Yeah, you bet I do.
Nah. I mean, like, the man. The guy telling you what to do, the guy with control.
Yeah, Elvis? Yes?
It's not Elvis right now.
Well, it's definitely not me, and it's definitely not you.
It's Max.
Kinda.
Look, I'm starting to think maybe you're right. Authority, bad.
Yeah, it is.
Very bad.
Always has been. I do what I want.
You get me?
So what, you want me to, give him the old... Yeah.
Would you, if we had to?
I'll do it right now if you want.
He's driving. Let's not do that right now.
Okay, just say the word. Actually, maybe it's better if you don't. I wink.
Actually, let's have a code word.
You would have plausible deniability if you didn't know when I was going to do it.
Yeah. Still, though, I'd like to have a code word. Like I'll say oatmeal, and then you'll know it's time.
Oatmeal?
Yeah, oatmeal.
What if we have oatmeal for breakfast?
Well, then don't kill someone if we talk about oatmeal during breakfast, okay? If I say oatmeal and we're not eating oatmeal.
So what, am I not supposed to take the oatmeal with me? You know that I like oatmeal. I might have some oatmeal for lunch, keep the leftovers.
How about blue jay?
Why are you using these really mundane words? What if you see a blue jay?
Fine, you make one up.
How about, Jabberwock?
Am I supposed to just drop Jabberwock into a casual conversation?
Yeah, be like, hey Max, have you ever seen that poem about the Jabberwock?
Okay, fine, alright. I'll ask Max if he's seen the poem about the Jabberwock, okay? And then that's the signal. Then you give him the...
I prefer to call it the
Why is it the it's a stabbing. It's more like a...
Well, because I do it a lot, so it's kind of Sometimes wish that I could do more elaborate murders, but you guys, you just so...
Okay, forget it. Alright. The code word is Jabberwock.
What are you guys mumbling about back there?
We're just talking about each other's context, backstories and stuff.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to hear it.